Laugh loud!
How bad can I be?
Oh yeah!
Alright, I'm not gonna lie. I really didn't know there was no Candyland movie that came out. And this movie's already 13 years old. And I just stumbled upon it like 1 week ago. So I figured, hey, why not? Let's go give it a watch. I'm sure it can't be that bad. But yeah, we're gonna go check it out. And what did we learn?
I'm just saying, how bad can I be? I'm just doing what comes naturally.
And in case you were wondering, the movie Candyland is based off the board game Candyland. Cause if that wasn't obvious enough, so yeah, if you played the board game, you could probably take a pretty good guess on how this movie might unravel.
Great. Just great.
Hey, so why not? Let's give this movie a try. Who knows how good it might be? I know it's made for kids, but we don't give a damn. We're gonna give it a shot. And with this movie being made by the glorious company known as Hasbro, the creators of the Transformers franchise, the G.I. Joe franchise, and who could forget the My Little Pony series, like this one, the Friendship Games, based off the Hunger Games, because, yeah, it's canon.
We're gonna distract them with our booty shaking dance moves.
So the movie starts off with the Sweet Adventure song playing for a good 3 minutes to get everyone in that candy-rific mood. Alright, who's ready to go on a sweet adventure? Hell yeah. What the heck's so yummy about a big puddle of diarrhea with some Skittles in it? But enough of that, it's time to jump into the movie Candyland, The Great Lollipop Adventure. Who's ready, baby? Alright, I think that's enough of this pandering song. Let's just go ahead and jump into the main star of the movie. We got Jib, and he's talking to his gingerbread mom, Tree, and she's giving him a magical frosting. And he needs to take this frosting and go through Candyland and make it the Candy Kingdom so he can make the sacrifice at the sweet celebration.
My sacrifice.
So that Candyland can grow and prosper and become more glorious than they ever were from last year.
Lolly, how many times have I told you to be careful with your royal scepter?
And that's when we get to our next two characters. We got King Candy and his daughter, Lolly. I'm not even joking, that's her name. Her name is Lolly. And if that opens up Pandora's box of jokes, I'm just gonna allow you guys to make those jokes for yourselves.
Oh, Lolly. Come here, please. I want to talk to you.
Lolly, you need to come to me, and you need to respect that lollipop scepter of yours, and you need to come here for an ass whooping. You need to learn about being a princess and the responsibilities of being in Candy Kingdom. So yeah, then King Candy talks to his daughter Lolly about how she's going to be the big centerpiece of the celebration, and she's going to be a part of it, and how she's going to accept all the offerings from all the people from Candyland, and she's going to be taking a lot more responsibility around the kingdom, and that way she can learn what it truly means to be a princess, and that it's not all fun and games, and sometimes you gotta get serious, and you gotta do your duties and your obligations. Even if it's based off the fucking board game Candyland, there's still something you can learn about hard work and dedication and always putting your best foot forward so you can come out on top, even if it's in Candyland. Well, looks like somebody just got baked.
Daddy!
You just really gotta love the way they run in this scene. Like, oh my god. Now, the next thing we get in this movie would be the Digimon Licorice Tootsie Roll minions working for Lord Licorice. The voices for the evil Licorice minions are done by Scott McNeil, doing his Waspinator voice.
Yummy, yummy, yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. Take over Candyland and be the strongest of them all. Yum, 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 yum.
Scott McNeil, who also does various other characters from other animes, including Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z and Majin Buu.
Ah, my little licorice bites, you're back. What did you find out?
Yum, yummy, 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 yummy.
So, Princess Lolly's scepter is the key to today's celebration.
So, you got Lord Licorice, his evil plans to take over the kingdom, and he learns that the scepter is the key to the big celebration. And even though this guy is already a lord, I'm not really sure why he needs to go take over the Candy Castle. I guess he's just a greedy ass hoe.
And I want that scepter.
Yeah, he a hoe.
Get back to the castle and don't return without it.
Then after he bosses around all his minions like some kind of bitch for a good minute, hey, he finally starts to shut the hell up.
Correction 5, Gumball.
And yeah, another thing this movie does, they use gumballs as measurements of time, which is pretty ironic since gumballs are pretty useless in their own right, and since they contain no nutrition value whatsoever, it's the perfect kind of candy to tell some time.
Follow the color path through a small clearing. Okay.
Now back to the journey with Jib. Yeah, remember that guy, the main character we haven't seen in about 10 minutes? Yeah, why not? Let's go check on him.
It's getting late. I better speed it up.
Yeah, gotta hurry up. Littering, that's good. Teach the kids. Hey, littering's cool. Now, as he's making his way through the peppermint forest, he runs into our next main protagonist, Mr. Mint. And yeah, he's completely useless, like some other characters in this movie.
Jib, you must be headed to the sweet celebration, right?
How did you know?
Where else would you be going on such a sweet sunny day? I'm going too. Hey, let's go together. Let's go together.
Where do I start with this guy? Dude looking like some Ronald McDonald, Where's Waldo, Dr. Seuss reincarnation that flew out of the Book of Nightmares. Hey, I'm not here to judge. I'm just telling it like it is. Now, after we get another pointless song for filler time for this movie,
For you, cause you ought to got to have fun.
he's trying to, but you won't get the fuck out of the way.
Stay loose, like me.
You mean like a pedophile?
You ought to got to have fun.
And that's right, this is the second song they have sung so far. Yes, that's right, movie, I'm keeping track. They decide, hey, why don't we all just go together to Candy Castle?
Oh, yeah.
Now, what could be bouncy up here?
Well, definitely not my high hopes for another song in the movie.
That.
Now, as they're passing through the Gumdrop Pass, they come across yet we get Discount Warehouse version of Org from Dragon Tales.
Dragon Tales, it's almost time for Dragon Tales.
Nah, we ain't got no time for no Dragon Tales right now. We gotta finish watching this Candyland movie. And now let me get back to this movie. Yeah, also, this Discount Warehouse Org Gummy is a shapeshifter because, yeah, gummies shapeshift. You ever tried that with a gummy bear? Twist it up, twist it around, you can shift it all up and down.
Pass.
Man, forget you! So they find out that Jolly, the gummy dinosaur transformer, wants to go along with the lollipop adventure because he has a candy sacrifice as well.
See? Aw, 4 gummy hearts.
Yeah, that's about how I feel about watching this movie. So, problem. What am I gonna do about it? Well, I don't care, man. You can't come with us. You gotta stay home. And then in the next scene, we get to meet the ice princess of this movie, Frostine. Because she's the princess of the sister that is clumsy and just wants to have fun. And she has an ice theme. And, hey, wait a second. This sounds a lot familiar to that Disney movie that came out in 2013. I'm just saying, I'm thinking it's pretty similar. Is this where Disney is getting their ideas from? They are getting their ideas straight from the Candyland Hasbro movie. I don't know what to say. But hey, I'm not calling anybody out. It's just a coincidence. I'm sure that it has nothing to do with this movie.
Past is in the past. Let it go. Let it go.
Then we learned that Princess Lolly isn't nervous about the celebration. She's just a fucking lazy little bitch, and she doesn't want to do it.
Sure, I can do it, but I don't want to do it.
Girl, if you don't go ahead and do that freaking candy celebration ceremony and stop being so lazy, thank you for sabotaging all of King Candy's hard work. I hope you're proud of yourself.
Daddy's counting on you, Lolly. I guess I should try to be more responsible. Maybe Frostina's right.
Oh my god, is that character development? Oh yes, baby, that is what I'm talking about. You go, movie. I knew I could count on you. Then the evil minions sneak up on her ass and take her magical scepter, and since flying and pointing and saying the word stop doesn't cause the minions to stop, her scepter just got jacked. Now back to the main characters of our wonderful movie. We got them in a dilemma. Do they want to take a shortcut to get to the Candy Castle a lot faster?
The castle.
But this way is shorter.
What are you talking about?
See, the castle is just on the other side of Licorice Wicket.
Well, thanks a bunch, Captain Obvious. And they decide, yeah, why not? Let's go take a shortcut. And as they're taking this shortcut, they come across Lord Licorice, and as he's telling his evil plans about how he plans on taking over Candy Kingdom. And wouldn't you know it, it's time for another wonderful song. Enjoy, people.
Licorice here, licorice there, far as you can see, the smell of licorice in the air. So licorice everywhere, soon they'll understand. Life will be so great, so grand here in Licorice Land.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, I guess this song, out of the whole movie, it probably would be the most least annoying and probably the most catchy, so it's not too terrible. I just don't understand, man, you're already a lord, why the hell you want to take over Candyland? Haven't you already kind of made it? Aren't you happy enough? I guess you gotta have more power. You gotta be like one of those Dragon Ball Z villains. Oh, but does it matter that I'm stronger than everybody? I gotta blow the whole planet to fucking smithereens before I can find true happiness.
Get those snooping sweets! Get them!
So our cast of main characters ends up getting caught and chased out of the Licorice Cave. And Jib uses his grandma's gingerbread icing in order to slow them down, and they end up escaping barely and surviving.
I'm nearly out of gingerbread icing. Soon, I won't have any left for the ceremony.
Oh, Jib, you worry too much.
No, I think you just don't care enough. Jib cares about his mission. You're just a dumbass and you don't give a damn. Just admit it, and I think we'll all be a lot happier. So, back at Grandma Nut's house, we learn that Princess Lolly seeks her help in trying to get back her magical scepter. Because when you lose your magical scepter, there's nobody better to check with than your Grandma Nut.
Get around. Well, hi there, folks. I'm Grandma Nut, and this here's Baz.
I seem to be, stuck. What is this goo?
Yeah, I don't think you want to ask Grandma Nut, what is this goo? And after they sing another song for about 3 minutes about it shouldn't be all worked up because it could drive you nuts, well, kind of like watching this movie.
Renzel Butts. Sure you got a problem, but good gracious, dearie me. Nothing is as bad as you imagine it to be.
So let me get this straight. The dog Baz, which is a wicker basket, carries peanuts and poops out peanuts so that the peanut butter is Baz's diarrhea, and Grandma Nut lives in a peanut brittle diarrhea house.
But I don't care, because everything here is nuts already.
Well, that answers my question. Thank you, Grandma Nut.
We can do it! Oops.
Hey, you're a fucking dumbass! Congratulations!
Oh dear. Oh my. Frostine, have you seen your sister?
Don't worry, Daddy. You can count on Lolly.
No, Frostine, I believe Lolly is dead, and there's only 2 gumballs left. Oh.
Faster, my chewy chums. That ginger brat and mint menace couldn't have gotten very far on foot.
Yeah, Lord Licorice finally decides, hey, it's time for him to make his big move, but he is tricked by some bogus shenanigans from our main heroes, with having Jolly disguise himself as a street sign leading to the castle, which would ultimately lead to Grandma Nut's house, where a booby trap was set where they could capture Lord Licorice, steal the scepter back, and trap his minions, and there you go. That's the end of the movie. Just kidding.
Thank you big licorice stick in the mud.
That's about the first helpful thing you'd have done all movie. Thank you, Peppermint Bitch. You're doing good things.
Hey, some of them got loose.
Well, never mind.
We have to stop them.
Not really. Lord Licorice is trapped. You got your scepter. Why do you gotta go chase the minions? You people are crazy.
Oh no, there's only 1 gumball left. We've got to hurry.
That's right, 1 more gumball before the end of the world happens.
I know a shortcut.
So yeah, Mr. Mint knows a shortcut, so they all follow Mr. Mint, even though I would highly not recommend it. They all get to the molasses swamp, even though they call it the chocolate swamp. Even though on the board game it says molasses swamp, but I'm gonna let that pass. They end up trying to jump the swamp, even though Princess Lolly can fucking fly and just fly them all across, and the gummy can fly. They're just being idiots, and in order to keep the plot going, you gotta get trapped in the chocolate swamp. So, they get trapped in the swamp, they try to escape, Lord Licorice comes back, and he takes the scepter, and he hauls ass, and he gets his way to Candy Kingdom.
Oh, enjoy your swim. I'm due at the castle to take over Candyland. Ta-ta!
You are an asshole! And they finally fight some big-ass chocolate monster of the swamp, and the swamp monster doesn't really try to kill them, because all the swamp monster really wants is... No, the swamp monster doesn't want a pair of Uggs. The swamp monster wants a hug. And that's how they save their asses and get out of molasses. Meanwhile, back at Candy Castle. Damn, bitch. I think you're pretty happy with yourself.
In a few glorious moments when...
So yeah, Lord Licorice has taken over the castle. And he's taken everything by storm. And he's the new top dog in town, and he's taking the candy people down.
Into licorice!
Damn, wasn't that funny?
Let's all enjoy the countdown, shall we?
It's the Candy Countdown! And yes, as Lord Licorice starts celebrating prematurely, you got your 2 heroes covered in molasses trying to sneak up on them and take away the royal scepter and regain their control again over Candy Kingdom. Ah, shit, man, we're all gonna die! No!
Feel like flying?
Falcon kick! Yeah!
So then, yeah, after she gets the scepter, they chase each other around for a whole damn minute of back and forth trying to recapture the scepter, and yeah, this is what happened. For a whole damn minute. Yep, there you go, gotta fill in that time for the movie. So with time running out and before Lord Licorice can put his scepter into the circle and turn everything into licorice, Jib has one last resort. He has to throw his last bit of gumdrop icing into the center in order to stop Lord Licorice. Dude, can you just take your shoes off? Come on, man, you're better than that. Just take your shoes off. You can get to the center. And you can take over the kingdom. Man, this is some stupid bullshit.
Not that old gag again.
So yeah, Lord Licorice gets choked to death by the big molasses monster of the swamp, and he dies. Nah, I'm just kidding. He gets a big old hug from the big molasses monster, and he doesn't die. But he is exiled forever, and all the minions run like a bitch. So the king is saved as well as all the people of Candyland.
Quickly now, before time runs out. Everyone, present your gifts.
So they all gather around the circle to give their offerings to the sweet circle of Candyland. But since Jib has been using all of his mother's magical frosting along his journey, he is all out of it and not able to perform the ceremony. You would think that all hope is lost and that everybody isn't going to have a very happy ending. But wouldn't you know it, they would be able to go on with the sweet celebration. And do you want to know how the sweet circle starts working? Well, complete bullshit. That's right, Tears Ex Machina, people. Of course there was a way to fix the problem. So the celebration was a big success. New lollipops have now bloomed in Candyland. Everyone is happy. And as the song nearing our blockbuster conclusion takes hold, reminding you that everyone is invited. Wait, everyone isn't invited. You guys didn't want to invite Lord Licorice to the celebration. I know he's evil and all, and he wants to take over the kingdom and turn it into a complete shithole, but y'all some fucking hypocrites. Get the hell out of here with this movie. This movie's got no logic. So, that was the Candyland movie, The Great Lollipop Adventure. And did it follow the board game pretty closely? Yeah, it kind of did. And it did a pretty good job in its animation department as well. And I think it was a decent watch, considering all in all there was a lot of bullshit in it. I would say, hey, check it out if you got a free hour. And that's all for me, and I'll see you guys next time. Corey out. Peace.